Hello, hello, hello to all of my wonderful Sagittarius. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today, Sagittarius. Hope y'all are having a great day today, but then again, I know you are because that's the intention. You said, yes, Sagittarius. We're going to get into it. We're going to talk about this waxing crescent moon just a little bit. We're going to primarily focus on your general reading, though, right? These are the Light Seers Tarot deck by Chris, and these cards right here are the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck by Jill Pyle. Yes. If you're interested in a personal reading, my information is down below. But yes, we're going to be talking about this waxing crescent moon. Also, I want to know if you all kind of feel psychic, right? Here's some telltale ways of just kind of feeling like, okay, maybe I have some psychic potential, because more than likely you do. But if you don't know exactly what your feeling means, then you just kind of dismiss it, right? But yes, let's get into it. Let's go. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special message for my wonderful Sagittarius as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where they need to take action. What information do we have for my wonderful Sagittarius? I'm going to leave these cards right here because apparently they jumped out of my hand because they have something to tell you. Yes, Sagittarius, yes. And these are trying to jump out too, like, what in the Sam doohickey is going on? Let's go. Yes, let's see what these cards have to say. Yes, boom, money card right out the top, right out the gate. A lot of you all have the Midas touch and don't even realize you have the Midas touch because guess what, Sagittarius? Sometimes you have conflicting energies around you that are blocking that, right? They're obstructing your view. Yes, but a lot of you all have Midas touch. You don't have to live the life that you're living right now if it's not to the fullest. All you have to do is make some changes. We're in this waxing crescent moon, and guess what that means? Guess what that means? This is you focusing on the thing that you want to do, clearing away all that energy from around you that is low vibrating energy, getting around some people that's on your same frequency, some people who are where you want to be. Like you start saying, you know what, my mindset is, my frequency is higher, I feel more positive, I'm actually tackling any negative thoughts that I may be having within myself about, well, today is not a great day because this, that, and the other happened. Remember, how you talk to yourself is how you come across to other people, right? You may think that you come across as a very high vibrating, positive, wonderful person, but if you are speaking negatively of yourself, it comes out in your energy. So just be mindful of that. But yeah, this waxing crescent moon means that just because you can't see your dreams, it doesn't mean that they're not manifesting. Yes, they're manifesting. That's why you always want to speak to your highest self. And speaking of which, I want you all to say, I am a Sagittarius. Say it loud and proud. I'm going to hold this money card up here because you all have a lot in you that could get you this Midas touch. All you have to do is remove some energies from around you. I am a Sagittarius, loud and proud. I am smart. I am very caring. I am a deep thinker. I am honest, right? You don't have to be brutally honest when you're just honest, right? You can always just say, hey, listen, you can preface it with something else, right? Yeah. I love to have fun. I love to dance. I love to sing. I like to roller skate. I like to have fun. I am very generous. I am an idealist, and I have a great sense of humor. I like to laugh. And again, be careful of people who may be sensitive. They may be sensitive to certain things. You could have a great sense of humor, but for them, it's not funny. So sometimes you have to tailor it to certain people just because, hey, people have gone through all sorts of things. People go through all sorts of trauma. But remember, keeping your vibrations high, Sagittarius, and speaking highly to your highest vibration, I'm telling you, that energy is going to come out and actually change the world as you know it all around you. But again, you have the Midas touch. I also want you to say, I am a God. You are the creator of the life that you want. If you have a certain skill or whatever, and you know that you do it better, and this is not even that you are comparing yourself to anybody else, you know that you do it better than you've done it in the past. You're like, okay, I make clothes. I've seen some of the other clothing around. You know what? I think I can put my own spin on it. It's not comparing yourself to them. I can put my own spin on it. I can put my own energy in it. And this is the reason why it's the best, because I'm putting my own love in it. You know, like when people talk about soul food, you're putting your soul into it, and that's why it tastes a certain way. You're putting your own stamp, your own energy on the thing that you love to do, and that's what creates inner peace and harmony, right? When you have inner peace and harmony, you just look more attractive to people. People want to be around you, but if you're always complaining, think about this, Sagittarius. Think about the people that you've been around, and they're always complaining about something. Let me tell you, if you continue to stay around that type of energy, that's how you're going to come across to people who are on a higher vibration. You're going to seem like you're the one that's always complaining because you've been contaminated. Yes, but this is about inner peace. When you have inner peace and you know you have the Midas touch and you're putting your heart and soul into it, perfect synergy in the workplace, everything around you gets better. Everything around you gets better, Sagittarius. I'm talking about everything. This kind of energy right here, that where you felt like you were in a hostile environment, even that gets better, because guess what? You're removing energy away from, you're separating yourself from all this mess, and you're saying, no, I'm on a higher frequency. I'm not even going to give energy to low vibration energy, because again, if you've been contaminated by somebody, you don't even realize you come across the same way to your high vibrational friends that you said that the low vibrational friend made you feel. Hope that made sense to you. Yeah, hope that made sense to you. A lot of times people don't even realize they're contaminated. They really don't. Sometimes you got to cut people off for life, not just temporarily. Okay, well, we just need to take a breather and then we come back and be friends again, because when you go back, guess what? Still triggers. They're still low vibrational. There's still certain things that they have not cleared away. So yeah, so here we go. This is where you give yourself the love that you've been giving to so many other people. Because remember, you all are givers, right? You like to have fun. You're honest. You are an idealist. You have a great sense of humor, the whole 9 yards. Not everybody can accept what you're giving, right? So you give yourself this kind of love. You have those deep feelings, admirations for you. And I see you having a breakthrough, all because you've changed your mindset. Not only have you changed your friend circle, because you're like, okay, this one over here is always talking about something low vibrational, gossiping, lying, laughing at people, mistreating people, whole 9 yards, being insensitive. So let me just cut that thing off, not temporarily. Let me cut it off permanently, because again, I don't want to come across the same way to someone else that they come across to me. And really what it is at the base of it is hurt. Really, that's what it is, right? So yeah, I see a major breakthrough for you all as a result of you all cutting off energies that just don't serve your highest purpose. Yeah. See, that's why when these cards fall out, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's a message that wants to come out. Or you can take these blindfolds off, right? Those energies are growing as well, right? This is we're giving grace to people who are trying to grow. No matter how negative a person may seem, trust me, they're not happy at all. They're miserable. Everything around them, their house is cluttered, it's a mess. The life, everything around them is just miserable. Like they can easily pick out something that they hate, they don't like. This is wrong, this is wrong, that's wrong, this wrong. But it's not until they get it clean within themselves. So you can take these blindfolds off, because the quicker you cut off those energies, Sagittarius, the quicker you can continue moving forward towards your what? Boom, legacy wealth. Absolutely. Absolutely. The quicker you cut off those types of energies, the quicker you move towards legacy wealth, because again, now your focus is a whole lot more clear. Those types of energy, low vibrated energy, will keep you emotionally wounded when it comes to money. They will, because they're draining. They're energy vampires. Energy vampires. They're energy vampires. They never have any money. Every time they fill your time up, it's with something that's not on the same frequency as yours. They're constantly gossiping and laughing and talking about people. This stuff that you're not even on that energy. They have nothing to offer you except low vibration energy, and that's clutter. So that keeps you emotionally wounded when it comes to money. It keeps you emotionally wounded when it comes to money. Their mind is constantly on stuff that just don't, it's not even on the same frequency as yours. So you got to be careful staying around these energies. These kind of energies, you give less and less and less time until boom, there is no more time. Or you just sever ties completely so that you can have your soul tribe. You can meet the soul tribe in your life that is on your frequency. You have a great deal of compassion for these kind of spirits. But again, listen, and you're at the ground, your crown chakra, every time you deal with these energies, you're losing money every single time. It doesn't matter if they think, Sagittarius, you are a money tree, but every single time you're dealing with these people, you lose money. So that in itself, and then we know money is not everything, but your energy and your time, yes, those three major resources, your energy, your money, and your time, are everything to you. And so you have a great deal of compassion for them, but guess what? You're going to have to cut them off. Yeah, you're going to have to cut them off. And I see this coming real close. You're at the tail end of this. You're at the tail, you're like, I don't know how much longer I'm going on this path. Every time I get with this person, it's always something low vibrational energy. And so what happens, again, Sagittarius, a lot of times we don't even realize how we come across to other people when we've been contaminated. And so people leave your presence, Sagittarius, like, oh my God, what in the world is going on with Sagittarius? I don't know if I want to keep that energy in my life because it is crystal clear to them that you have some energies in your life that you have not severed ties with, right? You see what I'm saying? Yes. And again, things are being exposed left and right. They're being exposed left and right. And so when things are exposed, you remember we're moving towards a full moon, right? Again, moving towards a full moon, things are being completely exposed. Again, sometimes a person cutting you off or you cutting them off does not look like this grand argument. Sometimes it's like, okay, you know what? The person is just extremely busy. They don't have time for you anymore because, again, they're tired of the low vibration energy. Especially people who are like, well, you know, I know people are going through things and I don't want to completely cut them off because they're not a bad person. But okay, that right there will trip you up every single time. They don't have to be a bad person. They're growing, but so are you. You've done the work. You've detoxed your spirit. You've started meditating. You're doing all sorts of things that raise your vibration. And so sometimes people they're just like, listen, I've worked too hard on myself to be contaminated by anybody else, including you. So this is where you have to cut people off. You have to. You absolutely have to. It doesn't matter if they're a good person or a bad person. We're not talking about that. We're talking about you self-care, right? You getting to the next level. Yeah. So again, be patient as events unfold. We're moving towards a full moon. Like I said, relationships ending doesn't have to be this big dramatic blow up where people are just accusing somebody of this and accusing. Sometimes it's just, you know what, that person has just decided, I'm going to ascend. You're going to have to descend because I'm busy. I'm kicking my business up a notch. I'm doing this. I'm just going higher, higher, higher. So if you happen to see that person out in the street or you happen to cross paths with that person, there's no bad energy. It really isn't. It just is what it is, right? Yeah. So again, just be patient as the events unfold. This is about this right here. When I'm talking about being patient is the waxing crescent moon phase that we're in, moving towards this full moon, right? And just because you don't see your dreams, it doesn't mean that they're not manifesting. Continue speaking every single thing into existence. Keep speaking it. Keep speaking it. Keep speaking it, right? And again, don't look back. Stay focused on moving forward. Because again, let me tell you something. When you're dealing with a higher vibration energy and you're saying something low vibration, their response to you may seem very disrespectful to you. Even in the nicest possible way, it could seem like they're being disrespectful, but it really is that they're just tired of hearing low vibration conversation. Just like you are tired of hearing low vibration conversation from lower vibration frequencies. It's like, okay, enough. Really enough. Let's talk about something else. I mean, aren't you happy about something? If I tell you that the sun is shining bright, your response is, but it's supposed to rain later. Okay, there's value with rain, right? Great. If it's supposed to rain later, well, you know what? If your response is, yeah, okay, well, so what? It's supposed to rain later. That's awesome. That's even better. The trees need the rain. The grass needs the rain. Look how beautiful this greenery is, the whole 9 yards. And then they come back with something low vibrational, which is, well, yeah, but you know, when it rains, you know, my joints start hurting. You're like, oh my gosh. what's the Spike Lee movie where the kids just threw their hands up? You're like, oh my gosh. Like, is there anything that you can really celebrate? They move slow. Their mind is always on something low vibrational energy. It's draining for you. Okay. It's just draining for you. We're not talking about age. We're not talking about things that they may say are obstacles, like their age or like their skin color or their culture or their race or their nationality. We're not talking about things that they create as obstacles. We're talking about their spirit. Their spirit doesn't want to vibrate higher, and they are contaminating you. So you got to cut it off, Sagittarius. You absolutely have to, because it makes you look like them to other people. So this is why you got to cut it off. So let's talk about the number 75 for just a second, because it's very, very, very important. 75 is all numbers have their special vibrations, right? But 75 actually channels joyful freedom from a place of serenity, right? You feel calm, you feel serene, you feel collected, you feel at peace because you're doing absolutely things that you love. This is another reason why you have to cut certain energies off, because again, to people that are higher vibration, on a different frequency, a higher vibration than you, you look just like they did to them, right? And so that's not what you want. This is what I'm trying to help you get to. Legacy wealth. You have the Midas touch. This is where you have to absolutely change your focus and get all that negative energy out of your space. And this is where you're not looking back. You're moving forward and not looking back. And also you realize that listening to your spiritual perception inspires you to be adventurous and take risks. Yes. You're being adventurous. You're saying, okay, once you couldn't see yourself artistically doing the things that you said you like, we're in a different time. Whereas before, I was thinking about a brick and mortar store selling my products out of there. Now I'm thinking digitally selling my products online, whole 9 yards. There's a shift from that way of selling versus this new way of selling. So you cannot have any conflicting energies around you, because you need clarity of thought, right? You don't need all that stuff jumbled up in your head. I'm thinking about the past and this, what this person said, and this, all of that is just, it has to go. It really, really has to go. So yeah, so that's the number 75. And then too, like, a lot of people are psychic and don't even realize that they're psychic. Like, they don't even know that they have psychic potential. Right? But remember, we are all gods, right? So that means that we have access to information that if we want the information, we have access to it. So one of the things is, let's say, for instance, you meet somebody for the first time and you feel like you've known them in a past life, right? You feel like, it seemed like we've known each other. Like we've both been here in this spot before, like deja vu, almost like that feeling that you've been in that moment with the same actions, with the same words, the same thoughts, the same person or people or surroundings. It just seemed like a scene from a movie that's taking place all over again, right? You just feel like we've been here before. Like, for some reason, I feel like I've known you before. We've had this conversation before. Psychic potential. Also, you know and believe that there are guardian angels or spirits who are really watching over you. You just know it. And when you feel it, you're giving honor to that. You're like, I know I'm being watched over, because this thing could have turned out totally different. I just had a feeling about something. I know something was something, and boom, my guardian angels and spirits took over. Yes, protecting me from all danger seen and unseen. Also, you could be having flashes of intuition about things that eventually do take place. Like, you could be thinking, okay, wow, like I talked to somebody recently who didn't even realize what they were talking about was psychic potential. And they were saying, you know what, I saw this person. No, actually, it was an interview I was listening to yesterday from a radio host. And he was saying he could see his sister getting hit, right? Boom. And it happened not too long afterwards. Got hit by a car. But anyway, a lot of times people don't even understand the fact that they are psychic. So this is why you have to remove energies out of your space. It is absolutely designed for you to live your best life in this realm. You don't have to wait until you die to go to heaven, which, again, by the way, when we talk about heaven and hell, they only exist if you create it. Some people are living a hellacious life every single day because that is the life they created. Some people are just happy, tap dancing through life, filled with glee. And by the way, your ruling planet is the planet of good fortune. Yes, of luck and good fortune. So you should really be dancing and skating through life. All you have to do is remove certain energies from your space, Sagittarius. That's what I have for you. So let's pull this one last, or let's pull an oracle card, and then that's it. We're going to wrap it up. Yes, Sagittarius, I'm trying to get y'all to the best life. And when I look at this wet legacy wealth and see that you all have the Midas touch, I'm talking about for real, your life could seem like it is so perfect, mind-blowingly perfect. But that's how you're going to get to it. You're going to have to remove energies from your space, because that they are actually connected to any blockages in your life, because you won't just completely cut them off. Look, some of y'all know how to use your hands, right? Some of you all are great at crafting things with your hands. Like I said, Midas touch. Yes, go on, do it. Go ahead and do it. Some of you all are artists using your hands, but you got to remove certain people and entities from your life, because again, once a higher vibrational person is done, they are done, because they know that you would be the person. And see how all of that's connected? All of that's connected. You have a low vibration energy in your life that has contaminated you, and now you're at risk of contaminating a higher vibration energy. And that higher vibration energy is like, I'm done. I'm cutting you off, because I got things that I need to do to get to my legacy wealth. My energy is being drained in that state, and my time is being wasted, right? So they may cut you off just like you cut them off, but it started with this low vibration energy over here that you would not completely sever ties with. You're like, I get some time away from that person. They're a good person, but, maybe we just need some time apart, only for you to connect back with that person and find out, guess what? Their frequency hasn't changed. They're still low vibration energy, right? So yes, this is about you getting to the legacy wealth that you deserve, using your time wisely, right? And using your energy on things that matter most to you. Yes, Sagittarius, that's what I have for you. Bye.